Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Friday. I hope you're doing well out there. But let's jump into the cards. I already pre-shuffled, but let's do one more and see what we have to look forward to. Okay, that was the worst shuffle in the world, but we'll go with it. To begin for Friday, thank you, Spirit. The Judgment card, the Ten of Swords. I'm hearing there's honesty needed, self-honesty in regards to why an ending took place or why something needs to end, or maybe both. But it feels like there is a release taking place moving forward that you need to think about either way. Whether it's small, it could be, larger for you, but regardless, it feels like this is going to be necessary for the transition, the development of your individual path, okay? Whether you feel it's been an ongoing process of releasing it, working towards that, or if it's something that you need to give it another go in regards to, okay? If it's hasn't stuck, if you will. It may be a completely new removal once again, but either way, as I mess with a little bit, the King of Wands and the World card, as well as the Page of Swords. I feel like there's a bold way about you throughout this day, but it's not overwhelming, all right? There's a confidence and a maturity about you and the right kind of passion being applied to what feels like more than one situation. And I feel like in the midst of at least one of, if not all of those situations, you're gaining knowledge, information. Even if it feels small, it's going to be relevant and assisting, helpful for you moving forward. But it feels like you may as well be like me with these readings. Obviously, could be a completely different way, completely different situation. There's a feeling of you in a very passionate and bold and maybe slightly, if not fully, overly serious kind of way, helping other people with information, giving them some insight, or just helping in one way, shape, or form. But I do feel like in the midst of all of which that we were just speaking upon, and even when it comes to these two energies once again, your world is changing. I mean, we don't get the World card in a reading for no reason. But I do feel like this highlights how much change you're going through, have been going through on a soul level, on an individual level. But they're saying that without realizing it at certain points, this day is going to highlight the fact that you have a lot of world evolution, development, and soul development evolution ahead for you, regardless of how much you feel like you have been going through up until this point. But I wouldn't be surprised as well if you're being viewed as somebody that's very multidimensional, okay? They're saying like an onion, but the layers, the different sides of you, the ability to adapt and transform when it comes to different types of energies, situations and accomplishments and whatnot. But I really feel like things are going to, in the upcoming days, you need to remember this throughout this Friday, they're going to, as I'm being shown this geometric shape, and they showed, one dot to the next and creating lines connecting, as I just made a triangle. I feel like that was purposeful. They're saying basically the dots are going to connect for you. Things are going to make more sense as things do align more so for you. And there's a situation that a lot of which onto the reading that you feel intuitively you're meant to acquire. It'll happen when it's meant to, okay? It will not happen too soon. It won't happen too late. It'll happen exactly when it's meant to. Just like if you take a second to reflect simplistically, every other aspect of your life that you've acquired, removed, and have been one with, all right? And maybe if you want to simplistically reflect upon someone else's situation, I don't know, I feel the need to say that. But the number 10 is quite relevant, all right? The number 10, as we're drawn back to this, and the number 20. So I'm not really familiar right off the bat when it comes to the meaning spiritually or angel number meaning wise for 20, but I know 10s in my mind automatically I think completion. I think endings, new beginnings, rounding things off is what I'm hearing. But there's a feeling of you wanting to feel more connected to this or that, maybe somebody specific or people in general, could be your work for some. Or an outcome, but it feels like you will recognize and or remember throughout this Friday that connection or furthering that connection will take place exactly when it's meant to once again. Divine timing, all right? But look at that. The Two of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Cups. I wouldn't be surprised if you do gain clarity due to spirit, due to your intuition and an occurrence or two, throughout this day in regards to the future of a connection, all right, even if you haven't been connecting with that person recently or in general. But I do want to say, putting aside a soul-to-soul kind of connection message flowing from these cards, you will find this Friday highlights the clarity that's desired that you need, maybe. And you may gain a little bit throughout this day, but not all of which, in regards to what's going to leave you celebrating moving forward and feeling more connected once again. All right. You deserve it all is also a message coming through. But with a little bit of background noise, let's get ready to wrap up this reading by saying it's a day where you're meant to evolve further. You're meant to see change taking place, continuing and, beginning for you now, or maybe more so in the near future. But it's a time for you to remember that what you release is going to lighten the way for you. It's going to help and assist with your path evolving and developing as it's meant to, as well as you as a soul. But I do want to carry forward with the reading just a little bit longer, okay, regardless of the background noise, so do bear with it. But it feels like you're going to see certain symbols, synchronicities, and messages from spirit in different ways, different forms, and you need to trust your intuition in regards to that, okay, whether it's to look it up or not, whether it's relevant or not, accurate or not, okay. Your intuition is one of your best superpowers, your best tools, so trust it wholeheartedly. And it's not a bad thing, even if you're feeling busy at certain points or in general, to stop and feel things out. But look at this 10 of Cups. So the number 1010 on the board, if we go back to the 10 of Swords once again, abundance is what comes to mind for that number. There's a happily ever after sort of situation that's going to come to mind, maybe take a focus effort-wise or just in general. And I really feel like this Friday reminds you that you, again, deserve it all. You deserve happiness and you deserve fulfillment. And you may find that this derives from, or just in general pushes you to think back to your childhood somehow, okay? Maybe some of which it's more so in regards to a kid or two in your life. But I do feel like you are remembering certain happier times that felt less stressful or just lighter, more innocent maybe, or maybe it's more in regards to, again, that sort of way of being and living in regards to someone else or a couple different younger souls in your life. But I do feel like either way, it's meant to be a colorful day, all right? Even if you're not feeling this 1000%, it's meant to be colorful, and it's meant to prepare and push you to even continue to, again, release and trust in divine timing and do what you have to do, right? But be one with the flow of change and development, as we've been speaking upon, within and outside of you. It's a day where you're reminded that being you is a beautiful thing, okay? So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Friday, and we'll talk again soon.